Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. Ellie and Josiah here. We are going to take you through a full body workout, and today we're going to make things a little bit different because we're going to start in the variations. So just know that this workout might be a little bit spicier than normal. We will begin on one white spring, and we are going to start off in a wheelbarrow, hands to the front platform, knees to the carriage. And we're gonna send it out halfway and we're gonna find a little hold. So finding this point where the abs are already feeling it, squeeze your glutes, wrap your core in and around you, and then from here we're gonna slide forward 1 inch, back out 1 inch. 10 seconds here. So fire the abs really right from the get-go, and then we'll move into full range of motion in about 4, 3, 2, send it out all the way, slow as you can possibly go. Slide it forward, shoulders stopping right over the wrist creases or maybe slightly before. Good, chin off the chest, length through the spine. That includes the back of the neck. Awesome. So the goal of this workout is to start off really getting that deep engagement in the muscle and getting that burn and that shake going right from the start, and then moving into full range of motion. So we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna hold this about halfway out one more time here in 3, 2, let's find that halfway point, hold, wrap your abs in and around you, 1 inch pulse, forward 1 inch, out 1 inch. Take this nice and slow. You have less than 10 seconds here. We're coming up to catfish next, and we're gonna do some catfish kicks in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Hands will come up to your high handlebars, toes tucked onto the carriage. And then start in your catfish setup. So hips level with the shoulders, knees bent, heels lifted high, strong through your core. And we're gonna kick. So we're gonna lift one leg up, try to keep the hips perfectly still. Oh my goodness. And then set the foot down. Other side, lift. Try not to let your carriage move. And then take it right back down. Good, slow and controlled. Strong through your core. You should be feeling this in your abs right away. And I don't even know if this is so much a variation of catfish as like an entirely new move, but let's give this just about 5 more seconds in the kicks, and then we'll move into regular catfish, both feet on the carriage in 3, 2, both feet on the carriage, heels lifted, zip ankles, knees, thighs together, keep the hips level, send the carriage out nice and slow, 2, nice and slow, 3, on 4, pause, scoop through your low belly, use your abs to slide the knees straight forward. And stop before you lose the tension in the core. And then we go right back out. Good, and Josiah, you might be able to bend your knees a little bit more. Yep, there you go. So the hips are level with the shoulders. Awesome fix. 25 seconds to go here. Right, all about working around your waistline, all about this core stability to start things off. On deck, we're gonna hit a side plank. It'll be right forearm on your front platform, knees or toes to your carriage. 10 seconds left in your catfish. Try to make that range of motion just a little bit smaller, a little bit spicier for your final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side plank, right forearm to the front platform, knees or toes to your carriage. Set up that side plank, and we're gonna start with a little pulse. So a little pulse up through the hips, right? A little down 1 inch, up 1 inch. You're squeezing through the right side waist. And our right shoulder is stacked up over the elbow, push down through the whole forearm, stabilize your right shoulder. It's really imperative that it's not sliding closer to your ear. This lift is happening through the right oblique. Good, little pulses up. If you want to float the left arm towards the sky, I'll give you a little bit more. You're here for 4, for 3, 2, hold it up, float the top arm towards the ceiling, and then see if you can float the top leg. We're gonna turn this into a nighthawk. So slide the carriage in, left arm's gonna wrap the waistline, left knee will tap the right knee, and then lengthen back out, extend out through the arm and the leg. If it's too much with the float of the leg, just keep both knees down. And if you're looking for a little bit more intensity, option to come up to the toes. And for this exercise, you just bend the knees in as you thread the waistline. So as you wrap the waistline, knees slide in and then lengthen back out. Nice. Thanks for demoing that, Josiah. So good. All right, we've got just about 10 seconds to go. Both forearms are coming to the carriage next. We're gonna find a twisted crunch hold. In 3, 2, 1, both forearms to the front platform, knees to the carriage. You have just a little swivel in the hips so the right oblique's angled to the floor. I want you to crunch through the waistline, slide the carriage in about halfway, squeeze your abs and hold. Good, shoulders away from the ears. Really find that pinch in the waistline. We're just holding, Josiah, just hold the crunch, good. From here, slide the carriage out 1 inch, squeeze the right oblique, slide it back in 1 inch. So little pulse to start this one off. We will turn this into an inchworm in about 10 seconds. Last 5, last 4, 3, 2, from here. Next time you slide the carriage out all the way, slide your body away from your front platform. So you're doing a twisted saw. Pull your body forward, shoulders stop over the elbows, and then side body crunch, piking through the right side waist. Lengthen back out, slide away from the front platform. Slow slide forward, and then we find our crunch, twisted inchworm. Good, nice work with the breath, Josiah. So big inhales, full exhales, squeezing and wringing out through the waistline. We've got one more move to finish off this right oblique, and then we're gonna head into our legs. Good, nice tempo, nice control, big full range of motion. Squeeze, actively squeeze your right oblique to get deeper into that muscle and use your breath, right? Those exhales can help you get deeper into the abs. In 5, hands to the high handlebars. We're gonna get into a teaser, little pulse to start. In 3, 2, 1, hands to your high handlebars. Right foot will step over left and your toes are gonna point towards your left shoulder. Good, lock your upper body in place over the front platform. Send the legs out all the way to start so you're in this teaser plank. Good. Now slide the carriage in halfway, hold. You're just gonna slide the carriage out 1 inch, in 1 inch. You're gonna start in this little teaser pulse. You have 10 seconds here. We'll get into full range next. This is where we finish off our right oblique. Squeeze right side waist. It should feel intense. Full range right here, right now. Send it out all the way. Pike in. Try not to let your body weight dump into your feet. Keep that squeeze in the right oblique. You have 20 seconds left on your right oblique. On deck, it's a single leg squat. Right foot steps to the front platform. Left foot will stay on the carriage. We'll be facing out to the side. You have a single leg squat. You'll meet me at the bottom of that squat and hold in 3, 2, 1. Step your right foot to the front platform, quarter turn to the left. From here, sit your glutes back, slide the carriage out away from you. So really focus on keeping right hip, right knee, right middle toes all lined up. From here, you're gonna sink your glutes down 1 inch, drive through your heels, squeeze, lift up 1 inch. Little down 1 inch, up 1 inch, strong through the core. Do not make this so low that you cannot maintain proper form. You're here 10 more seconds, and then we'll get into our single leg squat. In 4, 3, 2, drive through the heels, slowly lift up. Do not lock out your right knee. So as you come up, little micro bend in the knee, and then take it right back down. And I like to send the arms forward as I lower into this one. It kind of gives this counterbalance to the glutes sitting back. So you might add some arms to this. Nice tempo here, Josiah. First exercise on the right leg. I want you really turning on the back line of the leg. So drive your heel down into the front platform. Feel that energetic connection all the way through the hamstring, all the way up into your glute. On this next one, we're gonna take it down. We're gonna hold right here. Freeze your right leg. Go skating with the left leg. Slowly slide the left leg in, squeeze the inner thighs. Slowly press back out. This is all about stability. Keep the core strong. The upper body nice and stable, the right leg not moving. Isometric hold on the right leg. Good, we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, back to full range in your squat in 3, 2, left leg is long, it's just around for the ride. Drive into the right heel, slowly lift up. Do not lock out your knee. You've already come too far, you've worked too hard on that leg. Don't reset your muscles now. You've got about 15 seconds left in this move. We will pivot to our right, elevator lunge, come to the bottom of your lunge and hold in 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn to your right. So try to separate the feet as best you can, about hip width apart. Come down into your elevator lunge and hold. Find some place where you can hold with really good form. Right knee is stacked over your right heel. Core is engaged, shoulders away from the ears. Carriage kick. Slide the left knee in slowly and with control. Kick the carriage out slowly and with control. Nice work here, Josiah. So isometric hold on your right leg. Super, super effective thing we can do for the muscles, right? Full muscle engagement, no movement. Left leg's just sliding in and back out as sort of a distraction from all that heat we're generating in the right leg. You have 10 seconds to go. We'll get into full range in our elevator lunge in 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom of your lunge, drive through right heel, slowly lift up. Don't let the right knee drift forward as you lift, and then right back down. Hinge forward from the hips as you lower down, so you're keeping length in the lower back. Awesome job, Josiah. Good. All right, friends. On deck, we're gonna hit a spider lunge. So we'll be stepping our right foot off to the right. It'll be on the floor beside the front platform. And our left heel will be at the back outer edge of the carriage. You've got a little bit of time till we get there, but I just want you to kind of visualize what's coming next. Let's go 10 seconds here. We've got one final burnout in this elevator lunge. In 4, meet me in your best lunge. In 3, 2, bring it down, hold, hinge forward from your hips, wrap your outer right glute towards the carriage behind you, press the arms back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms face up, squeeze your pinkies together, pump your arms straight up. Imagine you've got 10-pound weights in those hands. Press, 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 squeeze the backs of the arms. Final 10 seconds. It's one red spring, spider lunge. Step off to the right-hand side in 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way up. Step off to the right for me, Josiah. Plant your right foot next to the front platform. Left heel will come to the outer edge of the carriage. You're gonna square your chest towards the space in front of you. Good. And then extend out through your left leg and hold. So we're gonna sit down through the right hip. Awesome. We're gonna press out that left leg as far as we can, hold without locking out the knee. 2-part variation to start. Sit your glutes down an inch, up an inch, press the carriage leg out an inch, in an inch. Hips down, up, carriage out, in. And then if you can make it a little bit slower, make the work come from the muscles. Good. If you do not feel like you have enough resistance, easy fix. Shift your body closer to your back platform. If you feel like you have too much, step your right foot forward. Right shoulder, right hip, right knee, right middle toes, all kind of squaring forward, and then you're opening through your left hip in this one. Hinge forward from your hips a bit more to get more energy, more weight down through the right heel. Good. Hold everything still and steady. Sit the right hip down and back. Left leg only is gonna move. So bend through the left knee, let the carriage drift forward, and then extend back out through the left leg. Good. Full range of motion here. So left leg all the way out, left knee bends all the way in. Great question, Josiah. So full range in your spider lunge. Isometric hold on your right leg. Good. Hinge forward from the hips just a touch. Really send some energy down through the right foot. You're pressing your entire right foot down into the surface below you. 25 seconds. If you can sit the hips down a little bit lower, go for it. If you can go a little bit slower with the carriage leg, do it. 19 seconds left in this move. Standing outer thighs are up next. Right foot on the front platform, left foot on the carriage. You can place your feet inside your straps if you have them. In 5, standing outer thighs. In 3, 2, 1. Right foot front platform, left foot carriage. Send it out 3/4 of the way and hold. So hinge at the hips, push the carriage out, seal down through the outer edges of both feet. This is important. You need to work evenly through both legs. Your body weight is even. Push down through the outer edges of both feet. Press the carriage out an inch, resist in an inch. Push down through both feet. Although only the carriage is gonna move, I want you pressing into the front platform as you pulse out an inch, in an inch. Awesome. Chin just slightly off the chest. Perfect, Josiah. You're here 10 more seconds. Build up that heat in the outer sides of your glutes. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, send it out to your furthest point in resistance, slow as you can for 2. Slow as you can for 3. On 4, you still feel the tension in your outer glutes, and then you wanna send the carriage out, tip forward from the hips. Perfect. Full range of motion, slow and controlled. And really important that the core is wrapping in and around you, right? So hugging the abs in and around you. You're hinging forward with a flat back, and then lengthening back up through the spine. So think about tipping at your hip creases, right? We're not folding at the waistline as we do this one. Great tempo. We're gonna get an isometric hold to finish out our standing outer thighs. You've got about 10 more seconds in this full range. Breathe into it, keep it nice and slow. In 4, we'll send it out and hold. In 3, 2, send it out, hold. Strong through the core, strong in the outer edges of the glutes. You're gonna hold it here for 13 more seconds. Spider lunge left is next. Step your left foot forward to the floor beside the front platform, quarter turn to your right. Here's 3, 2, 1. Let the carriage come in. Step your left foot forward to the floor, quarter turn to the right. Right heel finds the back edge of the carriage. Sit the hips back and hold your spider lunge. Nice hustle, Josiah. So you are isometrically holding that left glute.
It was only right over here.
It was a good transition. It was smooth. And then your right leg has the carriage extended almost all the way out. 2-part variation to start. Sit your glutes down an inch, up an inch. Press the carriage leg out 1 inch, in 1 inch. Keep it going. Awesome. So this is kind of a tricky setup, but you want to think left shoulder, left hip, left knee, left middle toes, all squaring forward. And then you're opening through the right hip. So your right hip, your right knee, right middle toes are all pointed the same direction. And the heel is what's connected to some place on the carriage, and you're pushing from your right glute. Good. Hold everything low and steady. Full range and spider lunge. So right knee will bend, carriage drifts in, and then use your right glute to press the carriage leg back out. Good. So the right leg is working, but the left leg is the focus. So if you're not feeling this a ton in your left leg, I want you to hinge forward at your hips a little bit, bring a little more body weight into the left leg, and then actively push your left foot down into the floor the entire time that you're here. Push down with that left foot. Keep pushing. Awesome. We've got just under 30 seconds left in this move. We're headed back to 1 white spring next. We will start in our elevator lunge hold, left foot front platform, right foot carriage. Good. Did we do any other variations here? I don't think so, right? Josiah doesn't remember. He's like, that's not my area. That's not my department. I'm just the model.
I'm only here looking really good looking.
All right, 5 seconds. 1 white spring. Meet me at the bottom of your elevator lunge. Left foot forward in 3,
we didn't do any variations.
2, and 1. Let the carriage close. 1 white spring. Left foot forward. Right toes tucked to the carriage. Find your setup. Lower down into elevator lunge. Hold. The sooner you get into this hold, the sooner we get into the variation, the sooner we get to move. Awesome. From here, carriage kicks. Right knee slides in. Right leg kicks out. Nice. Awesome, awesome depth in this lunge, Josiah. And good alignment. Knee over the heel. Push your heel down into the surface below you. Isometric hold on the left leg. You should be burning. You should be feeling this. Strong through your core. Shoulders soft away from your ears. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. Full range in your lunge in 2. Back leg is long. Pause. Slow it down to the top. Do not explode. Do not lock out your left knee. Right back down. You've come too far. You've worked too hard. Right? Every time we stand up and shake it out, we give our muscles a little bit of a reset, which makes it harder to then burn them out again. Right? And think about it. That shakeout doesn't really do much. I mean, you get right back into the exercise. It's just as hard as it was. So I'd rather you just stay in the exercise just a little bit. Okay, if you need a little breather, a little break, don't come so low. But keep it slow and stay in the move just a little. You've got about 20 seconds to move through this big full range of motion. So breathe deeply. Calm your nervous system using your breath. Big inhales, full exhales. Tell yourself you got this, because we're gonna take it down. We're gonna hit this final variation. In 4, take it down and hold. Josiah's making fun of me. In 3, 2, take it down, hold. Wrap your outer left glute back. Hinge forward from the hips a lot. Chest over the thigh. Palms are gonna press up and back. Imagine you're holding 10-pound weights in each of those palms. Squeeze your triceps. Press up through the heels of your hands. You've got 10 seconds to go. Single leg squat. Quarter turn to your right in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Sit down into your single leg squat. Let's go. We know these moves. Get into them quickly. That right leg should be extended. Nice, Josiah. Left hip, hold. Down in your squat, hold. Good. No movement. Beautiful. Strong through the core, shoulders away from the ears. Sit your glutes down an inch. Drive through left heel, lift up an inch. Fire up the base of your left glute. down an inch, up an inch. Bottom of your single leg squat. This is gonna finish out our leg series. So this is your final leg exercise. Make it count. In 4, we're going full range. In 3, 2, drive through left heel, slowly lift it up with control. Do not lock out your left knee, come right back down into it. Something I like to do in this exercise to really get my body weight into my left leg, I like to lift my right heel off the carriage, and I like to slightly stagger my right foot back so that my left foot's a little bit in front of the right. It helps me sit just a tiny bit lower into this single leg squat. So you might give this a try. Slow yourself down. Okay, we always have a tendency to rush near the end. We always have a tendency to start losing our form as we get fatigued. So check back in. Left middle toes, left knee, left hip, left shoulder, all lined up. Core is engaged. In 4, hold it down. In 3, 2, bring it down. Your best single leg squat. Hold, skater with the right leg. Squeeze the inner thighs, slide the carriage in. Slowly slide the carriage out. Freeze your left leg. Sit your glutes back like there's a chair just behind you, just out of your reach. Everything you've got here to finish out this leg. You're under 20 seconds right now. Up next, we will get right into teaser. I expect a perfect transition, Josiah. Hands will come to the high handlebars. We'll step the left foot in front of the right on the carriage. In 5, stay here nice and low. Last 4, last 3, 2, 1, teaser. Hands to the high handlebars, left foot steps in front of right. Send the legs all the way out, and then pike in halfway and hold. Left oblique is working. Slide the carriage out an inch, in an inch. Start in that variation. Push down through the heels of the hands to lift the space between your shoulders. Get out of your wrist creases. Point your thumbs forward on those handlebars and really push down through the heels of the hands, lift up. In 4, full range. In 3, 2, full range. Do not rest. Don't let all your body weight drop into the heels. Send it right back out into that twisted side plank, which is really what teaser is. It's like this tall, twisted plank, and we're piking through the left oblique. Imagine a string attached to your left hip, pulling your left hip up over the left shoulder. Stop before you lose the tension in the oblique. Slowly slide it back out. And when you slide the carriage out, don't let your left hip drop towards the floor. You're coming to that aligned position with the shoulder, hip, and knees in one nice diagonal line, and then you're piking, like you're folding in half at the waistline. Good. We are coming down to our twisted crunch in 3. Both forearms to the front platform, knees to the carriage. In 2, 1. Forearms to the front platform, knees to the carriage. Twisted crunch and hold. So you're gonna slide the carriage in halfway and hold. So our hips are slightly open to the right so that our left oblique is angled to the floor, and you're gonna hold this little crunch, and then we'll slide the carriage out an inch, crunch in an inch. A little pulse. So little pulse to start you off in this move. Squeeze the left oblique, keep it small and controlled. We go into twisted inchworm in 3, 2, slide the carriage out, and then slide away from your front platform, slide forward, and then a little crunch in. So twisted inchworm, we slide out away from the front platform. Good, slide forward, and then find your crunch. Beautiful job, Josiah. All right, we're gonna keep this oblique series going a little bit longer, but we are getting there, friends. Shoulders soften away from your ears. Big inhales, full exhales, you're doing great. Let's give this 15 seconds. Our side plank is coming at you next, so make this a really smooth transition. Left forearm stays on the front platform, knees or toes to the carriage, open your body up to the right. In 4, side plank. In 3, 2, 1, side plank. Now, if you feel unstable at all in your left shoulder, bring your right hand to the high handlebar in front of you and push down into it with the right arm. And if you still feel unstable, you can always do this exercise on one black spring. And don't sweat it if you have to adjust your springs to support your body on side 2.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Just don't hurt yourself. Great advice. Little pulses. We're gonna lift the left hip away from the floor. So you're lifting through your oblique, right? Your shoulder is not moving.
Do you see these obliques?
I don't know. Can our friends see these obliques at home? You might be facing the wrong direction. Little pulses, little lifts. Good. Option to float the top arm up towards the sky. In 4, hold it up. In 3, 2, lift, hold, float your top leg right into your nighthawk. So right arm will thread the needle, carriage slides in, you're piking through the left oblique and then back out. Nice job. The right knee will gently tap the left. If the float of the leg's too much, ditch it. The float of the arm's too much, ditch it. Right? There's always an option that is going to work for you. So listen to your body. Make sure you're keeping the alignment of your spine, the core engagement, the shoulders on the body, and do what you can from there. I fully believe that you know what works for your body and how to do this move in any modification that you need. Good. You can always have both forearms on the front platform as needed. You've got 10 seconds. We're gonna come to a forearm plank. Both forearms on the front platform in 3, 2, 1. Both forearms to the front platform, knees or toes to the carriage. Find a forearm plank for me. Hold. Squeeze your thighs together and give me a little swivel of the hips. Little swivel right, little swivel left. Like these teeny tiny little hip dips. Just a little swivel for the waistline. Lengthen out through the back of the neck. Lift the core away from the floor. Beautiful job. 10 seconds in these little hip swivels. We're gonna have a seat. You've got a side saddle rope climb next. Have a seat on the carriage, feet on the floor, rope climb in 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a seat on top of your carriage for me, Josiah. Feet on the floor, arms out in front of you. Hinge back till you feel that little catch in the abs, and then we're climbing a rope. Reach up and across, pull down. So really imagine you are grabbing a rope and you're pulling down against some resistance. So drive that elbow down towards the waistline. Get this twist. Up and over, pull down. So you're reaching up and over the opposite shoulder. You're pulling the elbow down towards your hip. Awesome job. Challengers, if you want a little bit more, float your feet up off the floor. Keep going with this rope climb. If you're looking for a little bit less, really easy. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Keep climbing that rope. You can do this from basically an upright seated position. So pick the level of intensity that works for your body. I want you to feel this in your waistline, in your abs, not your hip flexors. Squeeze your glutes below you. You're here for 10 seconds. We're gonna turn this into a bicycle crunch. Next, hands behind the head in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands behind the head. Lift, knee to elbow twist. Lift and twist. Good. Challengers, your option is to float the knees and to balance on your tailbone and do this bicycle crunch here. Awesome. And if it's not working for you on top of the machine, your final option would be to lie all the way down on your back and do traditional bicycle crunches. I'm a firm believer you can make any exercise we offer you work for your body if you want it to. Good. All right, keep this going. You've got 30 seconds in these bicycle crunches. Make them spicy, make them count. Twist through the waistline, shoulders soften away from the ears. Our finisher today is crab. No springs. Hands will come to the carriage, feet on the floor. You'll be facing perpendicular to the machine in 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So feet on the floor, hands will come wide onto your carriage for me, Josiah. You're facing, the carriage, and you're gonna find a hovering tabletop. So step the feet back, knees will hover, find this length in your spine, and we have no springs. You're just gonna start to step one direction with the feet and slide the carriage along with you. Imagine balancing a glass of water on your back. Good, take it back the other direction. Keep the hips stable, the shoulders stable. Your chest is really centered over your carriage. Nice, awesome work here, Josiah. Keep going just like this. So this was option 1. Option 2, a bit more intense, challengers. You'll bring your feet on top of the carriage and your hands to the floor, and I'll show them this option, so that you are in that hovering tabletop. Knees are stacked just beneath the shoulders, and then you're walking the hands to the side, and the carriage kind of follows with you. Good. Wherever we're at, whatever version of crab you've chosen, you've got 15 seconds left to move, and then we're gonna hold it steady together to finish. You've got 10 seconds here. Oh, just say, going for the advanced option. In 4, hold your hovering tabletop. In 3, 2, hold that hovering tabletop strong through your core. Squeeze your low belly, lower the knees down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Final, 10, 9, 8, stay in it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Lower it all the way down. Let's find a child's pose. So just go ahead and lower down beside your machine, on top of the machine, whatever works for you. Big toes touch, knees wide, hips to heels, forehead melting down towards the space in front of you. Take a full body, deep breath in. Full breath out, let it go. Let's walk both hands over to the right. Place your left palm on top of the right, getting a little bit of a side body stretch. Anchor down through the left hip and start to feel some space between the ribs on the left side body. Breathe in. Full breath out. Walk your hands back through center, over to the left, right hand on top of left. Anchor through the right hip, and again, breathe in, opening up some space in the ribs on the right side of the body. Full breath out, let it go. Walk the hands back through center. Walk them in towards your knees. Make your way up to seated. Turn to face us so we can seal in all of that hard work. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome job, friends. Thanks so much for being here. We hope to have you back in class again real soon.